back home. That's right. This is going on YouTube.
No, it's not.
I really love this saying, and it is when words are said, they cannot be withdrawn. Greatest car on the face of the planet here. My new Subaru. My new Subaru. And another thing, even though I've found this out in my life because I'm going through a lot of hard stuff now, even that life is hard, even life sometimes sucks and is shitty, life is still good. Like, for example, I'm dealing with a lot of depression, I'm dealing with a lot of stuff, but get this, life is still good. Life is good! Motherfucker! Right when I'm like, I'm the chosen one. This has happened to me. The chosen one's keys is locked in his car. Help me, please. Someone, I'm begging you.
Oh shit. Okay, enough of these videos.
You looking lovely?
Unless you put it in park, you cannot get the keys out of the car.
That's right. That's right. Even the chosen one makes mistakes.
That's right.
That's right. Don't look, I'm using the restroom.
Oh, Jesus, again? Oh, you gotta talk. Okay. Don't forget your wallet and get your card in there. Okay? Okay. Okay, I'm coming in. Yeah.
I'm over here. Look at the camera.
I like you better when you're depressed. You're not as obnoxious.
Let's go.
The chosen one, all right.
There's some dark things in those buildings.
Yeah. The blacks moving in the Clark Summit.
Dad! That's racist. And I got that on video too.
Well, Clark Summit is typically one of those racist all-white towns. Don't let anybody in.
Dad, I may be white on the outside, but I'm black on the inside.
Okay? That's how you're full of dark poop.
Master Keys. Aliumba mapenzi ya kusema na maumivu, aliumba mapenzi ya kusema unaua wivu. Gharama, mapenzi gharama, utamchukia ndugu, marafiki na mama.
This is where I stood up for the planet. Here in the Walmart parking lot against people who litter on this planet. No littering.
Nawamini na kudhani ndugu yako, kumbe kijini ndio bebi wako. Mapenzi ataniua, wala nitafute pesa niache shawa.
Nice New Year.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you.
Did you get that on video?
Yes, I did.
Mitungi, mitungi, mitungi. mitungi, 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 mapenzi ataniua. Bora nitafute pesa niache shaua. Mahaba ataniua.
So right now I am at integrative counseling, and I go to integrative counseling. I've came here a few times now in my life, but the guy I'm working with right now at integrative counseling, his name's Pat, and he and I work. So I go to him to see trauma, and that's what I'm doing right now. And yes, even the chosen one has insecurities, and one of my insecurities is honestly not divulging things. I would say there's just with trauma, it's sometimes it can be tough bringing that out of the noggin. And I know my brain can feel very sensitive in that aspect, but I'm very excited. This is my first full day back from the mental hospital, so yeah, I've got some guns, I've got some things, and yeah, I'm gonna get it. I may feel this way, but I'm gonna get it. Yo, Zach, you know you did a great job. Man, I understand that it may be tough. Divulsion by trauma. But you did it. You really did it, man. Some days you may feel like you're at square one. Some days you may feel like you're at square one. But you're not. You're not at square one. You've come a long ways. You're gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I love you, man. Thanks for everything, Zach. So, right now I'm at Scranton Counseling to do some things to take care of my mental health. And, by the way, my car right there is the best car ever. I feel like I've got the greatest car on the planet, which I do, which is amazing. My dad's calling me, so I gotta make this video quick. So one of the things is I think I may have an avoidance personality, so I don't like texting people. I hate texting people, and I hate how that dynamic works. I feel very uncomfortable in that dynamic. And I was in my car, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna put my phone down and just go in, just try to avoid the situation. But I'm like, no, I gotta have this phone with me. I might have a good video. I can get some good camera shots in there. And also it's for me, it's avoidance won't make me stronger, but accepting things will. Hey, let's go. Chosen one. Another one. Oh, so I did what I needed to do, and I noticed one of the things about me, and this is one of my quirks, is the fear of rejection. It's very hard to believe, but yes, even the chosen one, I have a fear of rejection. And that relates to trauma. And this is a topic I'm not really vulnerable about, and I don't really talk about that notion. And also I'm fine with being rejected too. It depends. It depends. I don't know, I think I'm trying to define on what circumstance it depends on. That's why it's tough for me to not tough for me, but it's a trauma response. And right now I'm in a little bit of a midst where I do feel some trauma up there. But I love my trauma. Because of this trauma has made me such a better person. It's made me more emotionally sound to gain my intimacy. And the thing with these trauma responses that I gotta make sure is when a thought comes to my head and when it tells me to look through the trauma lens, I cannot do it. I can see the clear lens. And with the clear lens, the chosen one can be seen more. And how I can see myself more in the world. Because I also deal with distortion as well. And I know what helps me out is expressing this, saying this stuff. I feel so intimate right now. And I absolutely love it. Mother! Mom, there's something wrong with my car! It's on fire!
Oh, how nice!
That's for you.
Oh, thank you, honey. So nice. Look at this.
Wow, did you remember that box of presents
Yep.
in your basement?
And you know what I got for you?
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
very
Did you remember that box of presents in the basement?
Yep.
Oh,
Wow.
good man.
I am the chosen one. I am the chosen one. No one can stop me now. No one can stop me now. I am the champion. I am the champion. I am. I am. I am.
Odd lunch hour over there. We need to take you inside.
Or you will.
Dangstro medium guy.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. How about you kiss the camera?
How about I eat all your grapes?
How about you kiss the camera?
No. I don't want to slobber up your lens. Come on. Come on. I think we need to get you a strong sedative so you sleep all night and sleep all day.
Like Piggy Wiggy?
Mm-hmm. Come on, stop. The hell are you doing? You're wasting your camera. No, okay.
The Chosen One is one of my literal favorite songs or music that I've made. I absolutely love it. And I just love how it just starts. Just got done with it. This song I love because it in fact actually captures the past few years of my life and how much I had to overcome. One of the things I had to overcome in my life is this right here. That is one of the things I had to overcome. Yep, that's me, all right. This is what I really hate on how the Bible portrays. The Bible says that the individual person needs Jesus, okay? I need Jesus no matter what. If I don't, I'm going to go to hell. One of the things I was learning just the other day, and it was the notion, and I absolutely love this, okay? So, back in the ancient times, like the Romans, and people still do this today, but not as much because we're well supplied, is that when people pray, so back in Rome, they had city gods, they had farm gods, they had all type of gods, okay? And a lot of people went to the gods just for something. For example, if I had a sickness that was incurable, what do? The only thing I can do is pray to the notion of God, okay? So on and so forth. And it's the same way. And if I want to have a good harvest, I go do it, okay? That dynamic, okay? And it's funny because each area had their god, but what made kind of the Jewish god significant is that he started off as a sand god, then a war god, okay, because of how Israel was so hard to conquer, and that could really be shown in the story of David, so on and so forth. And it also goes back to the notion of my main point is that people worshipped gods because they wanted something to be healed or taken away, so on and so forth, or prosperous, so on and so forth, right? And what really made the Christian God such a powerful notion, even the Jewish God, is that, and what made the Christians actually win kind of the battle for the most popular religion out there is honestly the notion of that their God is the most powerfulest one. And that goes with the notion of hell. Hell really has a lot of impact on that, so on and so forth, and the notion of sin, so on and so forth. And I really disagree with that notion, okay? I think there are some good things out of it, but majority of it I really hate, especially Christian doctrine, because it's a very manipulated doctrine, and I was, at a time in my life, manipulated, and it was a real tough part of my life. That was a part of a Facebook post I did. I did like over probably 50 Facebook posts for 1 year. Like 1 year, I read the Bible nonstop. 1 year, I did prayer walk. I did a lot of stuff. Preach on the streets. I did a lot of dangerous stuff that year too. And this is one of the things. Don't be afraid to be persecuted on behalf of Jesus. I tell my friends it's an honor being flogged for Christ. That's really a dangerous notion just there, okay? But that year, I just really in many ways wanted to die. This was about 2 years ago, and I was hurting bad. And I went to the notion of God and a biblical thing to take my chemical imbalance away, because I deal with depression. I deal with sometimes anxiety. I deal with a lot of stuff. And the thing with this religious notion is I used it as a crutch, okay? And as far as I used it as a crutch, I didn't look at tits or anything like that. I didn't masturbate for months. Yeah, it was extreme. And I was also a part of a cult too.
Oh, yes, I am the Son of God.
That was a picture of me going to do a private missionary trip I did one year up in Lake Placid. I went all by myself, trying to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. And one of the big things is I am against some spirituality of that notion, but I think it also goes back on, it depends on how the individual uses it, because spirituality can be very, very good. But this is really kind of the case of where I'm going hog wild.
Jesus Christ, I died for your sins, so believe in me. If you don't, I can't wait to throw you in hell.
The biblical portrays that. It's like, if you don't believe in Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you're going to go burn in hell. And I don't believe that, and I say, fuck that. Yeah, fuck that Jesus Christ. Alright, fuck that devil.
Because you're worthless if you don't believe in me. So believe in me, or you will be the chosen one in hell. That's right, that's right.
I really go hard on this.
Love me. Worship me.
I love me.
Praise me.
I worship me.
Or
I
burn in
praise
hell.
me.
Love me. Worship me. Praise me. Or burn in hell. Zach, what are you thinking?
No, Zach's finding power in himself. He's starting to think for himself. Because, the Bible really took a lot of my thoughts away, and the people around me didn't really let me think for myself. And now, guess what? I'm vomiting my thoughts.
Going. Now it's time to think for yourself. The Bible may say Jesus is the way, but I don't know.
I don't believe Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. I believe the way, the truth, and the life is right here within inside me.
Zach, think about.
And I'm not talking about the Holy Ghost, too.
Of this man, think twice. Are there such thing as
At that.
demons? I'm being taken down by these Christians who are.
And that's the other thing is, people, the majority of Christians I have found are absolutely hypocrites. And I found more Christian-like people among the pagans and the Jewish people. Not the Hasidics, but so on and so forth. Right? Like for example, I don't like when the Jewish people say, we're the chosen one. Right? But hey, I know one thing. I'm the chosen one. And I'm not the one who's only testifying on behalf of myself, but I'm testifying on myself, but also seeing what I see in people's hearts.
You say they love me, but they hate me truly inside.
I'm blinded. So about 2 years ago, I went to a mental hospital known as the Meadows. And this is where I really had my first sexual experience. And when I say sexual, there was no intercourse, but I really had sex with clothes on with a girl there, okay? And she was tannish, okay? So on and so forth. Right, after this heartbreak from Christianity and that really devastating stuff I went through, okay, I decided to admit myself into the mental hospital, and I lost myself into this notion of a girl, okay, to kind of fulfill me. Girls can't fulfill. Alright, I think, girls can add stuff, but to fulfill, that's how one can lose themselves. So on and so forth. That's how one can lose their hair. Cut, snip, snip. Lip, bip, bip.
This girl may not have a nice rack, but she's got a nice butt.
So that's kind of a funny verse because it's like, I'm a heart guy. I am. I wasn't about to say tits. I said I like heart. Where the heart's at.
But man, she has a black heart inside, and she's like a slut. Oh shit!
And that's something I realized. I was so intoxicated by this love notion and this sexual experience I had. I didn't see what she was truly like, and she really, she and people really.
My heart is broken.
Yeah.
I don't know where to go. Oh no. Where do I go?
Down
I
and
have to
out.
find something. Oh shit. Another thing to
The
conquer.
king is down
Another
and
thing
out.
to overcome. Another thing to win. Can I do this? Can I really move on from this broken heart? I don't think I can.
That portrays it perfectly. The guy who's got to be battling, or leading the battle, has an arrow on his neck. How will he lead the battle?
My world is wrecking me right now. I feel so much pain from the broken heart. But I gotta keep going. I gotta have a castle to conquer.
But guess what? It didn't stop him.
Then
Then it went to the notion. Then it went to Edward the Longshanks, and that's the villain from Braveheart. And I loved one of my most favorite lines from that movie, and one of my favorite lines of cinema history is when he was telling his son who was about to become king, as king, you must find the goods in any situation. And that's what I really applied in that scenario. And from that heartbreak and from that pain I went through, it propelled me, and I really found a lot of myself.
Oh shit, how can I overcome this darkness? Oh shit.
But I believed in myself.
Oh yeah, bitch. And by the way, it looks like you need a stitch. I'm not messing around because I am.
Which I have. And those last verses or lyrics really applied to this time, because in just this past 2 weeks, I've been in 2 mental hospitals. I'm going through a dark spot in my life, but I'm feeling more happier than ever. I'm really trying to stay focused on my goal. And when I was 2 years ago, I was at 4 mental hospitals within like a 4-month period or 3-month period. And on the last one I was at, it was the Meadows. The Meadows was, so I went to the Meadows, the first one, and the other 2, then the Meadows again. And at the Meadows, I drew this picture, okay? And usually when I draw something in there, it represents what I'm going through in my life, okay? So I see that, okay, I'm in a mental hospital, but get this. I decided to draw this picture, and it's this big giant castle, and I love how I portrayed this castle, okay? And this castle I love because it's a big giant castle, okay? It's got a great gate. It's an unreal thing to conquer, okay? And it looks like there's great land. It looks like kind of the Wall of China. There's this river here. But this is my view on the other side. I have an army behind me, okay? I have an army behind me, and I see what I gotta conquer. The peasants are running in there. The people of the land are running in there. And I'm like, I'm gonna conquer this castle. Alright, I came back home. I did. And it's been 2 years since I wasn't in the mental hospital. And this thing was supposed to be very unconquerable, but I conquered it, okay, in my life, which is great. I conquered that castle. This past time, when I went into the mental hospital, and I always kind of love going in there because it really helps. It really, not always love it. In many ways, I hate going in there, but I use it to use self-reflect. And when I draw pictures, really is a clear guideline of where I'm at in my life. So this here, at first, I was thinking about drawing a city or town drenched in flames, but I decided not to do that. And I was thinking about making it towers and with people on it, but I'm like, nope. This represents a goal, or it represents, I already accomplished a goal. This represents the great pillar of my mind. The red represents the mind, the brain. And this represents the great pillar, okay? This is what's in my mind, basically. A lot of wires, a lot of stuff like that. This is fire, okay? Fire means power, like war-like type stuff. This is my brain, okay? And this has a lot of stuff in it, okay? Back there is just thoughts. A lot of stuff are thoughts, a lot of stuff there, right? But this level represents great wealth of knowledge, so on and so forth. All right, this is what's inside my head. Yep, somewhere in there, which is pretty great. And like this last time I was at this mental hospital, actually the first one I was at was behavioral health in Kingston. I would not recommend that. It's not a good place, but I still used it well. And man, I whipped my knowledge out. I whipped my knowledge around, and man, people were running from me, man. They were running from my knowledge. Some people didn't. Yeah, so some people were running from my knowledge, okay? Someone just texted me. But point being is they were running from my knowledge, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stay here. I'm going to keep going, okay? All right, I'm still going to think. The last hospital I was at, people looked up to me because of the knowledge. You know, sometimes knowledge can be a curse or a gift, but no matter what, I decided to apply some knowledge, and I decided to draw this picture, and I wasn't really sure on what I'm going to draw, so I kind of did like an evolution type thing. Okay, I'm going to start with one thing, so on and so forth, and actually this is great symbolism here, because this represents actually the hospital, actually, or so this is literally what it is, okay? So this is the way from this area here is the hospital, okay? This is my way into the hospital, okay? I'm kind of in a dark spot, so on and so forth, and that's the way I got into it, okay? People were gunning for me there. So some of my fellow patients were gunning for me, but guess what I did? I'm like, I don't care. Go for it, okay? It would have shaken me up 2 years ago, but I was strong. I was grounded. I used my coping skills. Thanks to Pat, my trauma therapist, for helping me out with that. So these are their helmets, okay? This is their camp. And by the looks of it, no one's there, okay? All the patients are hiding in the woods, or some of them. Whatever. All right, so this is the hospital. And this is the weapons, this is the crowns, okay? I go up on the mountain. I look to the future, okay? And the future, this represents home. This represents the land, okay? This represents some stuff. There's a river here. I love how I drew. And this could be interpreted the sunrise as a sunset or a sunrise. I'm looking at it as more of a sunrise. But, so, this castle here. Don't really know much about it. It could be dark, evil, whatever, okay? It doesn't matter. Zach's going there, okay? Zach's coming back home, okay? And knowing that, all right, there's an angel figure. This is me here, okay? There's an angel figure. There's a devilish type figure, and there's a grayish type figure. That represents my consciousness, okay? I can go back home, make war, do all this destruction, do bad choices, okay? But I haven't did that. And in this song, I said I overcame the devil. That's how I overcame the devil. This here represents an angel, Jesus Christ. I can go to the notion of Jesus Christ, or hey, I'm this, I need this or that, okay? That's kind of like a crutch, but I didn't do that, okay? So on and so forth. Actually, you know, my friend came over to my house the other day, and he's like, Zach, I see that you got a Bible, okay? I decided to give him a Bible. Actually, I found two there, okay? Found a study Bible and another Bible. And the Bible I was doing, okay? So, in fact, he's like, I see you got a Bible. And I was thinking to myself, yeah, I used it not in many ways, not the way that usually you wouldn't, I'm using it in a way not that you would think of. And the way I was using that Bible, I actually saw my stay in the hospital, is first few pages, if it was opened up, it would be shown, F you, God, F you, okay, so on and so forth. And that's my way of that's a tough one, because it's like, I would say I overcame the notion of Jesus Christ as that I'm not running to the figure to save me, because you know who can save me? Myself. I have everything that I need. If there is a God out there, great. If there's not, I'm still gonna go on with my life. Okay? Alright? And when I die one day, I die. And if there's this notion of an afterlife or what, it doesn't matter to me. I'm here right now, okay? And I want to live this life. That's kind of why I like Jewish philosophy more than Christian. In many ways. And yeah, that's really what this represents. And honestly, the thing here is the gray. This is the mixture of light and dark. It's not as black and white. So there's a bit of a devil in me, there's a bit of Jesus in me, and then there's that gray zone, so on and so forth, right? I'm like kind of like 3 in 1 right now. I am the Holy Ghost. I love it. But yeah. And that represents me just overcoming everything. And I am. I really am. I am from heaven. So yeah, I'm very happy that this is in fact my last Watch Out episode. And from now on, I'm going to change the name to Watch Out, and I'm just going to talk about my wins. I'm just going to brag about myself from now on, really. In many ways, in the context of these Watch Out episodes and videos, try it once a week, but if it doesn't happen, oh well. Maybe once every 2 weeks, I don't know. I'll see what happens, because I'm a busy guy, and I'm also burnt out, so I'm like trying to recover, so on and so forth. And yeah, life is pretty damn great. Hey, and this is a great way to go into the new year. That could be my New Year resolution, or something like that. Make the winning series. Well, with that being said, I'm gonna take my new Bugatti for a little bit of a trip past the mountains of Tunkanunk to a place named Lake Winola. And Lake Winola is a beautiful place. So, I'm excited. So, I just drove by a church, okay? And I just saw that it said something along the lines as, "Fuck that! Fuck that!" Alright, Trump won. No big deal. Trump won. You don't have to gloat about it. I hate it when people do that. Alright, so as I was saying, with the notion of, I drove by this church and I saw that it said, "You are loved." And I kind of thought to myself, what is it trying to apply there? Okay, one, I was thinking, to me, it might be applying, okay, you're loved by Jesus. And I thought to myself, yeah, I don't need Jesus to love me. I love myself. Right? And that's the thing I hate about the Christian message and notion. Jesus loves you. Yeah, fuck Jesus loves you. Right? I love myself. Right? And it's like I was thinking that a lot of individual people who are down and out would go to something like that. I used to go to something like that because, oh, I'm loved. Okay? But to me, that's looking outside of oneself and not looking inside. I'm not looking inside because I'm going to this Jesus loves me. Whatever. And it's like me, I found great acceptance and love in myself. In that context, in that notion, which is really cool, right? And even if there is a Jesus out there, cool, he loves me. Alright, cool. Well, you're a part of the club. You're a part of the club with Mr. Muirman there. Hey. Alright, there's another Trump sign. Yeah, fuck that. Even if Harris won, okay, and that I saw a sign like that, I would be like, yeah, bullshit. Alright, take those signs down. I hate it. But hey, I'm going to adapt and I'm not going to let that negative energy ruin me. Right? What I'm really focusing on right now is my driving, not me talking to this video. And I'm loving the stream. I'm loving all the positive stuff that I'm seeing in nature. So on and so forth. I love the notion of how I, as an individual person, can connect with nature. And the lovely creatures of nature. The world is an amazing place, and it's not a dark piece of shit how the Bible describes it to be. Right now, I'm at the beautiful Lake Winola. I'm happy I'm here. Lake Winola is such a popular lake. It's a glacier lake, and it's a beautiful place in northeastern Pennsylvania. And I'm up here seeing a friend, and I'm very happy that I'm going to see this friend here at the beautiful lake of Lake Winola, because this person is always a very uplifting, positive person. Even that the person has gone through hell in their lives and has gone through a lot, the person keeps on going, and that is something I really appreciate. Right? Seeing an individual person who's gone through so much in one's life that the person keeps on hoping, the person keeps on not giving up, the person keeps on living. That's, I know for me, that's what I always love kind of seeing about this person. So I'm excited to see her, and I'm also excited to overcome some personal things as well. So overall, Lake Winola, fun day. Here I come, Lake Winola. Snug as a rug under these beautiful blankets here with this beautiful fire. Not to forget, had some great food with one of my friends, Shelly. That's right. Hey. Right. So one of the things is that Shelly and I had just a great conversation, and there's a bald eagle right there. Yeah, look at it. See that bald eagle?
Let me see it in the air.
Yeah, he's flying.
That's Billy. They're going for supper.
I love you, Billy. It's coming. Yeah. So one of the things that and it's a warm day too, which is great, and Wacky's out there doing his thing. One of the things I really loved about this conversation is it was really the thing I said to the camera before I came here about how I was seeing a friend and how it's habits, how it's always very positive and uplifting to see you, so on and so forth. And one of the things is that she and I had a very deep conversation, and it really warms up my heart, especially during the season of when it's cold and it can be a very depressive season. And it's nice to know that I have a warm place here, and I've got like a friend here that I could really kind of like talk to about some things.
Likewise. I feel the same as well. You know, a good friend, easy to talk to. It's always edifying.
Oh yeah. You're right. I always feel like I gain something from talking, and it's kind of like go both ways.
Yeah, it's nice.
She in a way is like my aunt.
And Granny
one of my
Chaga.
aunts. Granny China.
Granny Chaga.
Yeah, she's like.
Chaga's a mushroom. It's a big
what?
conch that grows on a birch tree.
You know,
gives medicine and life to
You know what you are? You're my third grandma.
See that?
Yep.
I'm a medicine grandma.
That's right.
Natural medicine.
Right, and these are some of my brothers from another mother. Right.
Love is good medicine.
Definitely.
Love for the soul. Medicine to the soul. Love and laughter.
Absolutely.
Friends.
Yeah, you know, and having conversations like this, like one of the things I loved about this conversation, we were talking about chemical imbalances and anxieties and all that, and the thing I really loved about it is that I'm really starting to realize that I'm not the only one who deals with a chemical imbalance and who deals with certain things, and it's like I'm really starting to see that tons of people has that also.
Absolutely. You're not alone.
Like, for example, I'll give you an example of someone who will have anxiety right away. Are you ready? Wacky. When I come towards Wacky, he always has anxiety. Where you going, bud? Right. So, yep. Warm times at the Palace of Shelley.
With your elf pants. They're so funny. They're funny. They're cute. They're fun.
Thanks. Yeah. Cool. That's my new car, Shelley.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. You're very blessed. Very fortunate to have a Subaru.
I am. Did someone just poop?
Probably.
Yep. I'm sure they did.
Yeah, I thought it was a little newer. Did you see me look at you like with anxiety? I thought it was you, but I thought, okay. Your car looks a little different.
Yep. That's right. That's cool. That's right.
I'm gonna take another vehicle.
I'm happy Shelley gave me this blanket so I could kind of stay a little bit more warmer in my car. And one of the things that I used to ride my bike on these roads all the time. And it's interesting how I went by her house and I never knew how I would have had a good friend like that. Like, I used to ride by her house all the time, and I never knew like a friend would have been like in that house or something like that. Like, it's so special when like weird things happen like that. And then it really makes me start thinking: is there such thing as coincidence? Right? Or coincidence, like for example, like I was thinking about this notion of Mr. Boom. Like, this was a weird coincidence for me. I'm not going to even say it, but I'm just saying, like, are there such thing as coincidence? Like, if coincidence just keeps on happening, it's hard. And by the way, Davis Crossing Preserve, another great place to check out trail-wise, especially for a little bit of hike and a walk. I love it over there. They got a nice little lookout area over there, like beautiful scenery here. And actually, it's not too far away from Little Rocky Glen either. And that's one of the great places of my YouTube channel.
Oh yeah?
I love you.
Wow, a basket.
Yep, that's right.
That basket's for me. I was thinking I needed a basket.
What is that? Whiskey?
Olive oil? Is that what it is?
That's good. I always need
Good
that.
olive oil, too.
Some
Towel?
hand things. Very
Wow.
good. I like hand things.
I
Thank
like
you.
that.
Hand things. I know this is more for Rachel.
This pleases me. Happy life, happy
What's that?
life.
That's
Capers.
Ah.
Very Italian. Good
Capers.
capers.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Wow.
What a
A
shocker.
lot of recipes I see with capers.
And then
Whoa, look at that.
taglioni. This will be very good with ragu
Alfredo.
or Alfredo.
We can use it on the outside.
And then
Oh, wait, that's for Don.
some Jewish coasters.